anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Here's Naji, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Hero. The three, Durant. Rebounded by Stockton. Here's Naji. Off the mark there with a three. Now here's Hero. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Michael Malone. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense, hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long."
In our overdrive. If you don't do something, nothing happens. Are you selected? Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Selected. Can't touch. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected.
Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Tip-off goes to Denver. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Wasting no time getting points on the scoreboard in this one.
Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And, Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniform, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Now here's Durant. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game. Pass to Stockton. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Right side, Williams. 6 to shoot. And here's Brown for 3. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Stockton. Driving to the basket. Tipped. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Ball's going up the court. Here's Lively. Deflected. Right wing. Here's Stockton. Pass to Bird. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Denver missing. And it's the Mavericks ball. Here's Lively. Outside Durant. Williams grabs the board.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
That's good.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looking like from three and capitalized.
Lively. Oh, Williams with the block. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul. Magic substitution. Number 21.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Stockton. All alone. Second shot opportunity. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 6.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
5 to shoot. Here's Bird. Misi grabs the board.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Hero outside. Pass to Durant. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Here's Stockton. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. It's Brown on the wing. Off target from the baseline. Mavericks trail by 4. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Michael Malone and I spoke for a few minutes. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous. I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you."
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Brown. No points so far. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Allen outside. Back to Durant. And it's Durant with the finish.
And reaching deep into the bag. Durant finishes with a flourish, and he's got the sauce.
Oh, there's the alley. Eason with a steal. The pull-up. Allen outside. Back to Durant. Pass to Allen. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Shot's good by Stockton.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Puts the move on. And the layup is good. Stockton's got 6 points.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Allen into the lane. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Denver. They're up by 2. And quarter number 2.
13.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And he's off from 17. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Fires for 3. Lively grabs a miss. The Mavericks leading. Pushing it up now. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. On the wing, Bane. Clock at 6. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bane's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defenses should always expect this from Bane. He's a skilled distance shooter.
Drives to the hoop. And that one is hammered home.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound. Outside for Green. Pass to Love. From the arc. Hits the trifecta. And this game is tied up now. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, BA, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
To the middle. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Bane. And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The ball's knocked loose. And there's the drive. Misses from close range.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane, well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
Let's check in for an injury update on Tari Eason.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Dallas's head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
Zubac, screen. Pass to Green. Outside Bane. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. There's 1:59 left to play in the second quarter. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
To get back on track. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there. Pass to Lively. And here is Thompson. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Dallas now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Allen. The 3-ball. Kept alive.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Right side Brown. There's 48 seconds left in the second. And Brown with the stuff.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
And stolen by Williams. Down low. Here's Najee. Nice move. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Miller outside. Connects from downtown. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Pure from three-point range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top. They're up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. For 3, Allen. It's rebounded by Zubac.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Pass to Durant. There's the triple. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
For the tie. Drive by Brown. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Here he goes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Here's Bird. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bird's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Right side, Easton. For three, Durant. At the arc. KD drains it.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Back to Brown. Pass to Zubats. Here's Stockton. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. It's blocked. Here's Misi. And that one is stuffed right through.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Kick out to Brown. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Banked it in off the glass. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoot.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Durant for three. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Dallas shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Timeout called. The Mavericks.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
For the Nuggets.
Shooting 2.
That one's off. He does not get the second one.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Substitution on the court.
Nuggets trail by 11. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce. What do you have on Mark Williams?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with Denver's head athletic trainer. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Always on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Even with the advancements in strength training, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And Payne drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Durant inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Durant's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
With the fadeaway. Misi grabs the board.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Launches it from deep. And another miss by Denver.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Here's Stockton. Kicks it out to Bane. Takes the three. Nails it from three. Bane's got 8.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Durant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Steven Adams.
And just a prolific scorer. Defenders have no choice but to plaster themselves to KD.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
From deep. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Hero. This one for 3. Rebounded by Green. Nuggets trail by 10. Lively grabs the miss. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
One shot.
The Mavericks making a switch here. And Dallas calls time here. Dallas leading by 11. 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Lively shot is off. Here's Brown. Oh, look at Brown banging inside.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
And a slam dunk by Lively.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And Dallas calls time here. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Bird. From downtown. Lively grabs a miss. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. The 3, Allen knocks down the triple. Allen's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the...
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. That'll be a 5-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
They get it back. Right side Brown. Over to the wing. Pass to Stockton. 4 on the clock. Here's the floater. It's deflected. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Dallas leading by 16. Allen outside. Pass to Miller. To the right side. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Allen gets it to go.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Stockton. Here's Bird. The Nuggets with another miss.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Allen's got 13 in the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And a slam dunk by Lively.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Stockton. And the jumper falls for him. Mavericks call timeout. And
we gotta survive. Walk through the door. Need my wall. I said we keep on scoring. Y'all just keep it score. Give me the chip. I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy said that's overdue. My brain said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile to even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove. But for all that we've been through, this overdue. It's the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue.
That's it.
Baby, I can't believe you're mine. Loosen up, better read the signs. I know that I'm around this time. No, you need to dance. Move around to the strings I like. Baby girl, you're super fine. If you're down, we can meet some time.
Fire.